Hey, what's up there, guys? Dos King here, and Security Breach, Security Breach, Security Breach, Security Breach, Security Breach, Security Breach. Hey, what's up there, guys? Nate's not the king, because I'll never be the king again, even though my last name is King. Anyway, okay, today we're going to be talking about something I've been excited to be talking about, is FNaF Security Breach. The game that has taken over 2 years in development and has still not been released, has been in my heart for over 2 years. Yeah. If you haven't noticed, this game has been delayed and delayed for good reasons, bad reasons, maybe not as much. There's some bad reasons, but I mean, not as much to show how much this game is going to be amazing. If you guys do not know what FNaF is, how do you not know what FNaF is? But anyway, there was a game in about maybe 7 years ago, a game called FNaF that came out, Five Nights at Freddy's, and it revolutionized the indie horror game. And now, only maybe 6 years later, maybe 5, I can't tell because this has been like 2 years ago, it was released that this game is going to be a really big game. It's going to be a big deal within this FNaF community. Everyone's gonna love this. And as much as have we seen already, it's already looking like this is a promise that they've already are starting to like answer and starting to be true. Like, this is true. This game is going to be amazing. This game has so much great qualities in it that it seems like this cannot fail. There's no way this game can fail. We haven't seen much story, which I will get into later on when I talk about the story, but we have not gotten much. We still barely know, like, what are some of these animatronics even shown. Like, there's a shot of the slithering past one. No, I don't even know what that is. It could be Myers. Like, I still don't understand what that one is. I know what the little clamping one was, now that we've seen it. And it's the Music Man, which I've actually didn't know people actually guessed that before they found out it was the Music Man. So kudos to whoever figured that out. I mean, I didn't even think about it. So, I mean, I'm proud of every single one of you. About 6 years ago, I got into the FNaF community by knowing FNaF 2. FNaF 2 was what put me into it. I used to, like, with my friends, hang out. We would pretend to be Freddy Fazbear, the whole gang. Actually, it's kind of cringe now that I'm talking about it. But back then, we used to pretend. I was the puppet. If you guys go back on my YouTube channel, you could see that I have used FNaF characters in my YouTube channels. This game has been in my life for over 6 years and has never let me down. And I am so excited to see this amazing project from one of my favorite games. The only thing has ever left me down is the movie. And if you guys know what that is, like, it's not fun. So let's get into this video, because I've talked so much already. Thank you guys for enjoying this, and I'm glad to get into this video and talk about FNaF Security Breach, everything you need to know. Scott Games released a picture of Glamrock Chica, Foxy, Glamrock Chica, Glamrock Roxanne, And it's weird that they all start with Glamrock. I feel like it should just be Glamrock Chica, Glamrock Freddy, Montgomery, and Roxanne, because I feel like those two names should not have the Rockstar, since that's Glamrock. Mixing up animatronics. There's so many. Anyway, Glamrock animatronics. These Glamrocks should not have the name in front of Roxanne or Montgomery, which it hasn't recently not shown that. But I've seen a lot past that they actually had these officially named as Glamrock Roxanne. I don't know if it's officially now still named that, but I know that it was an official name for a bit. There's also included in this picture laser tag, a cinema, and what looks to be a old rundown Freddy Fazbear's Pizza location, which I'm pretty sure is, I'm going to talk about this now. Actually, I'll put this in my theories part. It seems to be like an arcade, which I actually, going back, I have not put this in my gameplay because it's not really a big thing that was released, but it is stated and confirmed that we'll be able to play mini games. So roll out those 8-bit purple guys, because 8-bit Fredbear is gonna chomp down on me. Compared to the picture that is shown for the thing and what we see now, how much work has been put into it, you can see where, like, all this time of where all this development came into. This picture does not look like this now. About October 2019, 2019, that was 2 years ago. 2019, there was a release on the Curse of Dreadbear where it showed the Vanny mask, and the Vanny mask said something similar to this, but it's not fully. This is what was in the code of that picture. State the course. I will. Focus on my voice. I will. Don't let anyone lead you astray. I won't. Have you selected one? I have. And what was set to be is, this is the reluctant follower, which was in the voice.coms, which gave us this character's name, which is Vanny. Also was shown in the AR, which I'm not going to get too deep into, but as like some type of other character. I'll throw the email right here if I find it. On September 9th, there was a Glamrock Freddy poster shown saying "Rock," and about maybe November 5th, they removed that picture and put the same kind of picture in there, but in the silhouette you could see a Vanny in the background. Now, Vanny was not as shown as we'd known. That made no sense. That made no sense. Shown as we known. No, Vanny has not been shown as much in the game, shown to be the evil person. And we didn't know at this time of how she was even going to get in the mall, because all we saw was a silhouette. Now we know that she's somehow in this mall. We know that she's somehow taking control of these characters. She's somehow in control. A March 24th of 2020, Glamrock Monty, as it's named, that's why I believe it was originally called Glamrock Monty, is posted. Now on April 21st, 2020, Phone Co. Was pushing out characters because the game was going behind a little bit than it was supposed to, or this part I don't understand. Phone Co. either just like released the shit early, or they were just like, think about it later. I don't know what they did and why they released it this early. It happens again, as we'll see later on. This game is just full of leaks from Funko. If anything, Funko really did owe us those wonky Freddies that they gave us. Sorry, I don't like Funko, and that's probably going to show in this video if I talk about Funko ever in this video. Ignore them, but like, look at this. I got my Roxanne plushie. And I got my Chica. I actually, Dreadbear's Foxy, I know. I just had to get it on the Halloween order. Looking. On April 21st, Funko released the name of the game, which has not at this time been released. And then literally the next day, Scott had to go on to the Scott Games and release the name of the game and the characters' names, as they have not been stated either yet fully. Which, this is where they probably put the Glamrock Monty into being just Montgomery, hopefully. And got rid of all the other unnecessary characters they probably thought of in their own trash bin of a mind that had all those broken ideas. You could not tell how much, like, FNaF they probably knew and how much they had to go through to, like, just to make this game. Like, if the Music Man Kate is coming back, doesn't that make, like, anything could come back? Like, we could get Nightmare animatronics. Like, I mean, we got, like, a little kind of a post of an animatronic that looked like a Nightmare is the finger at the end of the trailer. But, like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. How do the Nightmares come back? Why are there Nightmares? Why are the Nightmares in this game? That makes no sense. Nightmares were conjured, right? Or were they just, like, illusions? That's the whole game. You can't ever tell, like, what is going on in the story. You're always one step behind, always one step ahead. Somehow you're behind, sometimes you're ahead. June 11th, they released the picture of Vanessa. The person who people are very confused about, and I'll talk more about later on, as I say a lot in this. I just want to talk about the development first. Then we'll get on to theories later on when I get into my threes. Because I love my things in threes. On June 27th, my favorite part of this story is when Funko released a calendar that showed off a full designs of Vanny and Glamrock Chica, which we have not seen full designs of yet. And Scott made the very memorable line, as everyone loves to meme. Sorry, just laughing already thinking about it. Things will be happening very, very differently going forward. On August 6th, Funko released a leak of some poster that was supposed to be shown for the game, and it was released all the way in August, which was last year, and if you would have known, that's probably about the same time it was probably going to release the first time, and then that's about normally close to the time when it was pushed back. So we're getting into the pushing back of the game. On the 7th, the Scott Games was uploaded a Vanny picture. Vanny, the Obey picture everyone knows and loves, with the TV static in the background, which we can actually see these in a later clip from the trailer. On September 16th, 2020, this was a very important day on the game, as this was the day that the FNaF Security Breach released a short little trailer on the State of Play of PlayStation, showing off the RTX and the game, and the graphics, the insane graphics of this game. And oh my god, this was the first trailer that got me into the, I already knew about this when it was in the Curse of Dreadbear, but when it came here, I was flipping my shit. I did not know the game was going to be this good looking. I had no idea about this, and my first reaction, my first look into this, was this video, and I was so happy. I cried five days in a row. But to be honest, I cried 5 days in a row. On November 17th, 2020, a very sad day. The day of the pushback of Security Breach to early 2021. This pushback was due to the game getting bigger and complications from COVID, as COVID was a big deal at the start of, what was the big deal of start of 2020, and was still having issues for the team of Steelwall during the end of the year. January 11th, 2021, the start of the new year, released the start of a new trailer, as the trailer was actually a tech demo, which I don't really believe it was supposed to be a tech demo. I think they said it was a tech demo to like show, oh, well, I guess that wasn't really a trailer we showed you. That was just another part of the other one we showed you, which was just like a panorama, which was great for the first trailer, don't get me wrong. As I said, that was like the perfect introduction to this. But having two of them just didn't seem like you were showing us what we want to see. We want to see the game. And yeah, that just wasn't happening at the time. It was released as a tech demo, and then was said to be released in... The new trailer was said to be released in March. And then comes February 23rd, where the new trailer is released as... it was on the PlayStation State of Play again of March. And if you guys don't know this, the State of Play is basically where we got a lot of the trailers. The State of Play, the first one was where we got the introduction to the PlayStation 5, showing off the great graphics, and then showing off FNaF, the RTX, and the graphics it's going to bring to the PS5. And then we had the second State of Play that showed off these the gameplay. They showed off gameplay, which this is definitely the better trailer out of those two trailers that we had. On March 13th, Dawko released a charity event where he raised a lot of money. Props to this man. Dawko is like one of the top FNaF kings I know. To all FNaF kings, sorry Babowski. Dawko is probably king. Markiplier give Dawko your crown, because he stole it when he played FNaF Freddy in Space 2 with you. Dawko showed 14 first, and then later on he showed like 5 more teaser pictures, and in a total of 19 teaser pictures added in that were just more shots from the trailer that we got to see, and some extra shots from like the trash. The deep down, which I'll call it the deep down, dark deep down. There's a broken Glamrock Chica, which we later see in later trailers as she was destroyed by maybe us. Who knows? As I can tell you, not much has been said in the story, or much has been said of what's going on in this game, or like what's going on in these trailers. So I'm kind of confused still. I watched through these like 50 times. I can't get enough of them. I've watched through the episodes. Yeah. On September 1st, 2021, I'm not going to get too much into the details of what happened in the securitybreachtv.com, but it was the release of the Security Breach TV, which was a shock to everyone. As they were going into the Steelwool Company studios, they saw FNaF Security Breach, which, first of all, when you see a game that you've been waiting for, and then you see it like just covered, you're going to instantly click on it, right? So we get to the Security Breach, and it shows the whole, little TV, every setup. Bradley, I am trying to teach these people about FNaF, and you're over here trying to take all the thunder. SecurityBreach.com, and it had just like a bunch of characteristics of the animatronics. September 7th, and every 2 weeks after that, there was an episode of Freddy and Friends on tour. Each episode brought more and more, maybe like characters to light, maybe some like broken animatronics, like Glamrock Chica, which we've seen before, but like broken, and we've seen that before, but we've never seen Monty broken, we've never seen Roxanne broken. But in the videos, we actually really never seen Glamrock Freddy broken, which is something curious. What's going on with Glamrock Freddy? Why is he all different than all the animatronics? The Freddy Forwards on tour showed 6 numbers, which was the release date. And each video released one more number. And then we got about maybe, it was going to be released November, December, October, through and on the like 10th of a day. We didn't know much until after that, and then not even a week after the last one released on October 27th, day actually after my birthday, if you did not know that. October 26th, which I remember this, it was my birthday the day before, and I got home the day after from like the day, I think I had to work that day, and oh my god, I remember that I missed the state of play because like I didn't think it was going to be anything. I didn't think it was going to be anything, and it proved me wrong, and it was one of the biggest trailers we've gotten this year, or like anything for this game. Yeah, so it showed new gameplay, new cutscenes, features, and Music Man as the antagonist. The trailer gave the final release date of December 16th, 2021. December 8th, which is the day I'm recording this, I have seen a post by Seawall showing a Helpy with a camera. And that is obviously them saying, hey, we're going to fix the camera systems, as people were pulling that out, that it did kind of look Robloxy. Not going to lie. That was the development of Security Breach. That was the long 2 years it took to develop this great game that's going to be released in about a month. What's the story? Here, let me read a little quick snippet of the story. Hey kids, do you want some pizza? Well, Fazbear's Entertainment has spared no expense developing the world's most extreme, family-centered, Family Fazbear's, Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex at the 3 stories tall. It is the flashiest, raddest, rockiest, safest pizzeria in the universe has ever seen. Of course, Freddy and the band are excited to meet you. Utilizing the animatronics technology, you can actually party with the stars themselves. So on your next birthday, let Freddy and Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex make you a superstar. FNaF Security Breach is a first-person game where you play as Gregory, a person who is somehow locked in this area. He is given nothing. He's somehow here, stuck. We don't know why he's stuck, how he got stuck. We just know he's left here while the store is being closed. So one shutdown goes into effect and locks basically Gregory out of being able to leave. And in the trailer, Freddy goes, if you survive to 6 a.m., we could probably get you out of here.
You should be able to escape when the security doors reopen at 6 a.m. Until then, keep moving and try not to draw attention to yourself. If there is another way out, I will help you find it. I promise.
My thought is this is going to be more of the place is going to shut down longer because of the quote-unquote animatronic, where they're going to be fixing the animatronics. They said they're not going to be back for a while. Maybe that will close the whole Pizzaplex for a while. Maybe we'll be stuck in there for 5 days. Maybe it will be one day, and maybe there'll be multiple endings. Who knows? This is something that we don't know yet. And it's something that's going to be the most exciting part when we actually get to play this game. So, when you guys are thinking about what's going to be the most exciting part, think about, hey, maybe it's going to be actually being able to see the story unfold. Gameplay. There's going to be stealth and speed. Stealth has been maybe a big thing in FNaF, as you would be hiding in your own office, away from the animatronics, and then animatronics come and attack you. Normal, basic thing. It's going to be a lot different. We're going to be in a whole area. Staying in one area is not safe. Moving around is the most smart move you can make in this game. Hiding and being able to protect yourself. The animatronics Roxy, Chica, Monty will be chasing you, and was apparently hired by security which I'll talk more about later, to hunt you. Staff bots that will sound an alarm every time you run past them that will attract an animatronic towards you. And if you're just going to start running, then you better be worried about your stamina, boy, because you ain't got much. Maybe. That could be a thing. A map, maybe a bigger area, and you get to see maybe the floor, because it did say it was a 3-story. Maybe you get to see each floor, and maybe it's not even counting the added stories that were added from the game, because that one snippet I read from you was from one of the first like descriptions of the game. The best part, Freddy Fazbear. Glamrock Freddy. You get to go inside of Glamrock Freddy. You get to be Glamrock Freddy. You get to walk and control Glamrock Freddy. But it only works for a certain amount of time. Then you have to charge him, where you would also charge all of your other stuff like flashlight. You go inside Freddy, and you can be hidden from any animatronics. But my theory is that it's not going to be hidden from Vanny. And I know I said I was going to leave theories for lead theories, but like, this is something I need to say now. I think that Vanny will be able to bypass Glamrock Freddy. As we would see, Vanny kind of glitches things, and at the end of the trailer, we saw Glamrock Freddy shut down because of a glitch, and that someone's like overriding him. No one knows what's going on with Glamrock Freddy. What is going on with Glamrock Freddy? What is going on? As you have hiding spots now to help you survive, you can knock over like paint cans, as it's shown in the trailer, to lure animatronics so you can quickly get around them. A fast cam, which immediately stuns the entire area in front of you. A fast blaster, which has unlimited ammo, but you have to learn to hit on the head, which is going to be hard for animatronics like Monty when his head is way smaller compared to his body. But some theories, why don't we? What is the biggest FNaF theory I think will actually come true? Maybe Vanessa is Vanny. Sundrop and Moondrop animatronics are the same person. Many of the characters from old games will be boss fights. What do I think of some story theories? Glitch Shop is going to be reincarnated in this game.
There is more going on here than you realize.
Maybe in my mind it's not a theory, it's a fact. Glitch Shop is going to be reincarnated into another animatronic as shown in the end of the trailer. I believe that's an actual showing of Glitch Shop going to become something. Gregory is trapped after being lured by maybe someone else got a Glamrock Freddy and lured Gregory, but when Glamrock Freddy came controlled after, he knows he didn't want that. Maybe Vanny was like trying to lure them all with her, but when Gregory got away, she used Monty, Chica. Maybe she used them to lure the kids. I'm just thinking that Gregory was lured. Somehow, in some way, he was lured into being able to be stuck behind with everyone else. As in the first trailer, she goes, Gregory, your friends are worried about you. They're here with me. Words like that really show how she is trying to get Gregory to stay. Trying to get Gregory to know that this is not going to be... It's not going to happen in a bad way. This is going to be great. Gregory, please stay. Your friends are here. We're going to have fun. It's going to be the best party in the world. And then maybe the biggest theory I probably have is Fredbear's Family Diner. There's going to be a Fredbear's Family Diner in this game. This Delco then released another set of clips, 30 of them this time, and they are viewable in the video, and I'll link right below a Google Doc of how to get to them. The deep down, dark, deep down is going to be equipable from that elevator probably, where we saw Gregory going down to the deep down, dark, deep down. where he will be faced against maybe Glamrock Chica still following him as she was following him down while he was going down too. And that's where the start of him destroying Glamrock Chica, which is shown in the second trailer, is part of. And maybe that's a whole thing. And this game is going to have a lot to do with theories. What is going to go on with this game? I'm not trying to make much theories in this video, and I'm not trying to not say much. I'm just trying to give a story. The story of Security Breach. What has started, where did it come from, where is it now, and what do we know so far? I'm not giving you everything because I'm not a in-depth reviewer. I'm giving you the parts that I believe are the most important to know before we get into the Security Breach. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, that's all I had. Yes, I forgot one more theory. It's going to be my last theory, and I'm going to leave this video off. Vanessa is going to be... Why is she here? And why is she following the rules of this dude, Glitchtrap? Why is she following him? Could it be maybe she still has the visor on? As shown from Delco's thoughts, he thinks that there's maybe like a little red circle at the end of the at the end of episode 4 of Freddy Friends on Tour, and it shows maybe like a little kind of a little VR headset kind of looking light where it's coming from. Everyone's been thinking, where's the light coming from? Maybe it's the VR headset. Maybe they're right, and it is a VR headset, and that's how Glitchtrap is controlling Vanny, and why Vanny seems so happy about doing this, and maybe why if Vanny is Vanessa, when Vanessa doesn't have the headset on, she is not wanting to be controlled by Glitchtrap. So you can never know. I really would enjoy if you just liked and subscribed. I really enjoyed making this. I really enjoyed making videos for you guys. I'm hoping you enjoy every one of these that are going to come out. And stay awesome, guys. Never to be 0, always to be the 1. Have a great day. This community is so great. I am so excited. This is going to be amazing. How many times I have to say that without even putting it in the videos. Just how all I am in this game. I am so proud of this game. It has come so far. I do love the characters here. I'm sorry. It's just, these are my two favorite characters coming out of this game. It's 2 favorite. Makes me happy that this game's coming out. I think it's going to be amazing. They have done a great job of making this game and putting their own characters. It's going to be amazing. And I hope you guys realize that FNaF Security Breach is going to be amazing, and it's amazing that it's coming. And I'm proud that this game will finally be out, and I can't wait for people to finally be able to play this.